everyone, and welcome back to another keto video for you guys. Now, it's not a recipe today. I know I always load recipes on Wednesday, but sometimes I do something different, either a unboxing or something to do with keto. Well, today I just want to go over just a few things with you guys, and then I'm going to show you a little bit of a slideshow and a few photos. What I want to talk to you about is just so important, and I do bring it up in a lot of my videos, but I just want for the newcomers, the old comers, everybody to hear what I have to say again about how ketogenic truly works and what it really means. And I was taught, like I told you before, professionally by a keto doctor, two keto nutritionists, my brother Rob, who teaches this as a job, and all of the studying I've done myself, all of the research that I have done myself on what ketogenic is. Okay, ketogenic is a high-fat, low-carb diet, extreme low carb, which means we eat 20 carbs or less a day to put our body into a state of ketosis, which is a word meaning fat burning mode. That's what it means. Now, the high fat part is what everybody gets wrong, or 98% of the world gets wrong. They think because it's called high fat that we are supposed to consume a lot of fat. Well, that is correct if you are thin, okay? But if you are doing this for weight loss, high fat is your body. That is your high fat source. Now let me stop right there, and we're gonna go back to when this began. Well, it began way back in Bible time, okay? People used to have to hunt for their food. They would feast, and then they'd have to go days, and they would fast. They basically were always in a state of ketosis because they worked harder than we did. You know, we have cars, we have ways of traveling. We don't walk like we used to. We have remotes to remote our TV. Everything's done on remotes now. Well, in Bible time, they had to walk everywhere. They had to, work really hard and all of that. So even if they ate more than 20, they were always pretty much in a state of ketosis. If you read even ketosis in the Bible, it'll talk about that too, okay? But they were always in the state of ketosis. If you look back at how long they lived, it just proved. I mean, ketosis is so healthy for you. They lived long lives, 130, 140, 180. They lived these long, healthy lives because they were eating so healthy. They didn't have all the garbage we have now, all the carbs we have now. All they could live off of was meat and, of course, veggies and fruits. Well, of course, our fruits are made a lot different than they were back then. Fruit for them was our nature's candy bar, so they didn't consume a lot of fruit, or so they say. Okay, I don't know, I wasn't there. But even if they did, they worked harder than we did, so they could eat more carb and be in that state of ketosis. But they just lived longer lives, okay? But let's go back now to where people really understood ketosis, which was a little over 100 years ago, or right around 100 years ago, when they designed a technique, a method for children with epilepsy to help them prevent from having seizures. And this was to put their body in a state of ketosis, lowering the carb down where they would go into a state of ketosis, which would prevent them from having seizures, okay? But the problem is these were skinny children. And when you're in keto, you're burning fat, you're losing weight, okay? These children were thin. So they had to come up with a number. For them to be able to not lose weight, they had to come up with a number of amount of fat grams they would eat a day to be able to maintain that weight but still be in a state of ketosis. So they came up with the magical number of 70% fat grams. That's what they would eat. And that 5% carb, which is our 20 carb or less a day that they talk about. But remember, these were skinny children that, they couldn't afford to lose weight. They were skinny. So they put them on a 70% high fat diet. 70% of it was fat. Then their protein was half their current body weight, or half their body weight, and 5% carb, which is how we do it now, okay? How they are teaching how to do it now. A lot of people teaching it that way. Of course, the professionals out there don't teach it that way, but a lot of people do it that way. But a lot of people right now are doing the ketogenic for weight loss. Not because of a seizure or anything like that. They're doing it for weight loss, okay? Another thing is we want to concentrate on when you're eating that 70% high fat, they want it to be good fats, not the greasy foods like people are consuming and all the cheese and all the processed foods. That is not ketogenic either. Sure, you can have it once in a while, but it's not something you want to eat every day. You want to stay healthy. Again, I was taught this professionally. I did all the research. I've had complete success, you guys. I have no reason to lie or anything. I come on here, I have complete success. I show that I don't show a lot of loose skin, and that's what this video is about, okay? But anyways, so if you are doing this just because you want to be healthy, this can be 3 forms, like I teach you guys all the time, for losing weight, gaining weight, or maintaining weight. If you're doing it for losing weight, you are not going to eat your 70% fat. Your body is going to be your 70% fat. If you've got tons of fat on your body, or little fat, lot of fat, whole lot of fat, that is your energy source. That is your 70% fat grams. And then you're going to eat your carbs 5% or less, which is 20 grams or less a day. If you're doing this to maintain weight, then yes, you're going to eat your 70% grams of healthy, good fats. I'll go over it again. Avocado, eggs, red meat, foods cooked in olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil. You're going to consume fat bombs, which is done with the MCT oil in coffee. And, you can even do butter, putting like real butter, pads of butter into, a coffee, or you make the fat bombs, or I showed you those Slim Fast ones that are made with the MCT oils. Okay, those are foods you're going to consume that are considered healthy. Every once in a while, yes, you are going to have to consume something processed, something out, a bunless burger, whatever, the processed cheese and all that. But you don't want to do that every day. But if you are skinny, then yes, now you don't have any fat. You are like these skinny kids that had epilepsy, didn't need to lose any weight. Now you need to eat your fat, okay? But while you are trying to lose weight, you want to use your fat, all right? And then the third form is for gaining weight. There are people out there too skinny that need to gain weight and can do that on keto, where they're going to eat many more grams of good fats to be able to, gain weight. And then they'll get to a maintenance mode and they will, have that certain amount of grams that they'll eat that'll keep them there. But keto wasn't designed one way. Not everybody is the same. Okay, we are doing this now in our generation to lose weight because everybody is so obese. We're trying to lose weight. So you are not going to eat your fat. You're going to let your fat eat itself. You're going to let that be your food. That's your chicken and hamburger and beef and butter and oil and cheese and mayonnaise. It's all right there on your body, in your arms, in your face, on your body. That is your high fat source. And when I first started this, I did research myself before I even talked to a doctor or anything. And it made perfect sense to me. I'm like, I'm fat. So when I did diets before, I did low fat diets. Why would I do a high fat diet if I am high fat? I was almost 300 pounds, you guys. So it just clicked in my head. Like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that your body is your high fat source. So I thought, you know what? I would think that you would use your body fat as your high fat. Well, talking to my brother, talking to my keto doctor, my 2 keto nutritionists, when we went to it, they all agreed, yes, that is your high fat because you're doing it for weight loss. You're not a skinny person wanting to do keto just to be healthy, because keto is healthy. It's a way of life. It's how everybody should eat. Okay, we are doing it for weight loss. I'm in maintenance mode now, but I did it for weight loss. Now, the other thing I want to touch on is if you are eating all of that fat. A lot of people say, well, I don't want to lose weight really, really fast, because, I don't want to have all that loose skin. Yes, if you're doing any form of life, I did it before. I had lots of loose skin on me, lots of it. I had to work out. I had to tone it up. It didn't matter. I still had loose skin. All right. But it made sense when I did the keto that I would use my body fat and let it eat itself, okay, and do intermittent fasting, do fasting days, do alternate day fasting, do 1 meal a day fasting, do 16-hour fasting. However, I can incorporate fasting, because fasting is in the Bible as well. So good for you to do, to hit autophagy, so your body can cure and mend old cells, which is loose skin, okay? Loose skin and all other things, but the autophagy is healing and mending old cells. Old cells, well, one of the things in old cells is loose skin. So again, if you look at channels of people that are losing weight, eating the high fat version, they're eating it, okay? sure, they're going to lose weight. If you are obese, you can drop out pop, like I told you, drink diet pop, and you're going to lose weight. But you're going to plateau. You will not keep losing. You have to get to a point where you're going to drop calories. You got to keep dropping them and dropping them. Same thing on keto. You will have to keep dropping and dropping and dropping like any diet out there. You cannot continue to keep eating the same amount of food or increase food and keep losing. All right? Sure, you'll lose a little bit and then you're going to gain. You lose a little bit, you're going to gain. You lose a little bit, gain. But you're never going to get to goal weight. You have to understand that too. So you have to learn that food should never be important to you anymore. You're going to eat just to live, not live to eat anymore. All right? So that being said, you want to focus on that I'm going to let my body be the high fat. Use your fat to lose the fat, eat the fat to keep the fat. Which one do you want to do? Well, if you watch these channels of people that are eating the high fat, look at if they do show their stomach or they do show their bodies or whatever, look at how much loose skin they have because they are not doing long periods of fasting, which is at least 16 hours or longer, okay? And not doing it often enough. Too many cheat days and too much high fat. I mean, they're eating, way over calorie what they should be eating. If you watch their channel, you'll see that. I watch many channels of people that are doing so wrong and they're showing you, well, I don't like my body because I have all this loose skin and all of that. You won't have this if you listen to what I'm saying and let the body eat your fat. Don't eat the fat. Let it use your fat. Eat low-fat foods. Eat low-fat meats. When I do talk about the low-fat mayonnaise and low-fat cream cheese and the regular cheese and sour cream and all of that, yeah, those things might have a little bit more processed to them, so they're not super healthy, but much better for you to use, for your body so that your body's eating lower fat. So actually you're still eating high fat though. Don't forget that because your body is your high fat. I'm talking about just lower lean meats. And if you got to add in mayo or cream cheese or something like that, use the lower fat version of them. Just things like that because you want your body to eat itself. You want the fasting. You want intermittent fasting and keto together, which is going to eat all that sloppy, fat off of you to the point, people think I had surgery. As God is my witness and on my son, I have never had a surgery. Okay, I show you my stomach. I don't have any lines other than my stretch marks. I did not have any form of surgery. I did the ketogenic the right way. I did high fat by letting my body be my high fat. Okay? And then when I got to this point, now I eat fat because I am in maintenance mode and I weigh 128 pounds. I'm 5'3.5". And, sometimes I even want to lose a little bit more, but I'm pretty happy at this weight. And so I eat the fat, but I eat all good fats. Sure, sometimes I eat a little bit of processed food. A couple of the soups I made for you guys, I showed you, definitely would be processed. It's in those jars of Ragu. But basically, I eat really, really healthy. Just once in a while, there's going to be something that's going to be a little bit more processed. But I try to eat, pretty healthy. But during that whole 15 months of losing weight, that's what it took me to lose over 150 pounds. All right, I should have skin hanging down to the floor because when you see this video after this, you guys have seen photos of me. You've never seen a video of me standing there talking how big I truly was and how much blubber I had on my stomach. Okay, on my arms, in my face, I was just ginormous. 5'3" and almost 300 pounds. I was this round ball. I was huge. I wore a size 10.5 ring. My hands were ginormous. I was huge. I wore a 3X and a 24 jean, almost a 26. My wedding dress was 28. I was just huge. At 5'3", I was giant. I was just this round ball, and you're finally going to get to see a video of it. But because, and I should have skin everywhere, okay? Doctors that I do see that don't know me, don't know a lot about the keto says, how come you don't have a lot of loose skin? They look at me and I explain the whole keto thing and how it works. And then they say, well, yeah, that makes sense. As a doctor, that makes complete sense. All right? So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Don't worry about how fast you're going to lose. A lot of people say, I don't want to lose it too fast because I don't want that loose skin. Okay? No matter what, if you're not doing keto and intermittent fasting and cutting out the fat, you're going to have loose skin. Doesn't matter how fast you lose it or how slow you lose it. You're going to have loose skin. All right? So you need to listen to what I'm saying. Now, I know I'm one person of a billion, but I show true success. I bring real success to the table, and people following me bring the real success to the table. Okay? If I was fake and phony, then yeah, don't listen to me. And you can, there's millions of people out there and you'll say, well, why do I have to listen to you? Well, look at their channel and watch my channel. Who shows real results? That's all that I'm going to say. You want to go by, like in court, you're innocent until proven guilty. All right. Well, I prove to you guys. I prove to you. I show you my stomach. I show you everything. I show you what I look like. I've showed you my arms. You see my face. You see everything. You see that I did it, that I do it every day, that you see that I must have done something right and did it correctly. I even have a heart condition. And I know a lot of people talk about not dropping the calories. That's unsafe. Bull, okay? Because I had a doctor steering me. I have a heart condition that I have almost completely cured from 20 medications down to one. I take one med now, and it's just a little bit of a beta blocker to help because the blood pulls just a little bit in the heart. I have postpartum cardiomyopathy, but I've had no problems. And I dropped the calories at the very end as low as 500 calories for like 3 weeks to get the last 10 to 12 pounds off. 3 to 4 weeks, doctor knew what I was doing. She said, totally fine because you still have fat. That's your food because you're in keto. Keto is different when you're in a state of ketosis, and I can't stress that enough. I just can't. It's unlike other diets that, yes, you would get malnutritioned. Not when you're in a state of ketosis, which is fat burning mode. Your body is always burning fat for fuel. It's always feeding you, giving you all the nutrition you need. You're fine. I even proved it because I have a heart condition and I'm almost completely healed from it. Came off of all these meds, IBS, PCOS, high cholesterol, high triglycerides, heart condition, all of that. I came off all these meds. I was on many forms of diets, lost lots of weight. Never got off of any of it. Here I sit at almost 44, December 14th, I'll be 44 years old, and I'm at the healthiest I could be in my life. Okay, my heart's perfect, everything's doing well. Sure, I got a little bit of, a rarity there, just because the heart didn't go back to complete normalcy, because it went so long at that. My body just got used to it, but it definitely went from that 20% up to almost 50%, which is almost normal. 20 medications for my heart, and I'm down to 1. So it just proves that I'm not steering you guys wrong. That's, again, they're innocent till proven guilty. What am I guilty about? That I lost all the weight, that I show you I have no loose skin, that I prove every day that I did it, and that you can do it too. You don't have to worry about lowering the calories. If, like when I set people up on macros, I don't set them up at 500 calories. I set them up with what I feel their body needs. If you're around 300 pounds, I'm going to set you up around 1,800 calories, and we're going to work down from there, maybe even 2,000 calories. If you're a guy, how tall you are, how short you are, it all goes by whatever. Okay, and I set everybody up differently, but I bring proof to the table. That's why I'm telling you. And I was taught professionally, okay? I believe I am totally a keto expert now because I was taught so much. I'm 4 years in. You've seen my journey. I really believe that I know what I'm talking about. I've studied so much myself, and I just, I can't stress enough. But what I want to show you and why I came in here is right after here. Now, I'm sorry that it's being filmed off of another phone. I found it on Facebook. Couldn't figure out how to copy and save it. I sent it to Messenger. I didn't know how to copy it. Okay, so the only way I could do it is take my phone and record it off my husband's phone. I sent it to him. I was able to copy it in Messenger, and then I could send it to a phone. However, I don't remember. Or no. I sent it to Messenger, recorded it off of Messenger, sent it to my husband's phone. I told him to send it back to me to my phone so I could save it and show you guys. If you guys remember when they did the ALS challenge way back on Facebook, everybody was doing the ALS challenge, dumping the cold buckets of water over your head for you to feel the feeling of what people felt. With ALS, everybody did some joke ones. They did some fun ones. Well, I was doing a joke when I was doing this little tiny cup with like 4 drops of ice cubes in it. I start off with saying this bottle's been in the fridge for 3 days. It's ice cold water. It's a joke. It's a little tiny bottle of water. It's just a complete joke. But the point of it is, I want to show you guys, and I'm sorry that the clarity isn't that great, but you can see I'm a big girl. Big girl. That was my heaviest weight. I was at 299. That was my heaviest weight. And you just see all this blubber and fat around my stomach. Ugh. I just cannot even believe how big and fat I was. Like, I was just huge. I see that video and I cringe. I don't know how I let myself get like that. All right. And then right after, I did a video recently, a food video, and I stood up and I showed you guys my stomach. I pulled the pants down a little bit. I showed you I don't have the loose skin. I don't have it because I used my fat. I use the fat on my body, and that's why I don't have a lot of loose skin. At my age, I should too. That's another thing. I'm in my 40s. When I started the diet, I was just a few days shy of my 40th birthday. And now I'm going to be 44. I've been doing this for over 4 years, and I was just before my 40th birthday when I started. I should have skin hanging all over the place. I shouldn't have vibrant, young, teenage skin. No, it's not perfect. But for somebody losing that much weight, I should have a lot of skin hanging, and I don't. So I'm going to show you that video. Then I'm going to show you the video that I did just recently, the food video again, showing you my stomach again. And then I'm going to show you some photos of me that I just took today, again, that I took today of my stomach. I got a front, side, and back view. So you can see there's no loose skin on that fat, ginormous, blubbery stomach I had. I wish I would have taken photos of me lifting my shirt up back then, but of course I was so embarrassed then, not knowing I was going to do this diet, but I wish I took lots of photos of me, but I wish that I would have taken photos of my stomach too. I wish I had lifted up the shirt to show you guys how blubbery the stomach is, but you can see it. When I bend over to pick up the cup, look at that roll, bend with me. Look at it. It's huge, you guys. Huge. I have like 3 Michelin tires around me. It's just horrible looking, horrible. And then it will go into that. And I'm sorry it's being recorded from a phone to a phone. The clarity's not that great, but I do draw in so you can see the stomach really good. And then it's going to go to me now. And then I'm going to show you some photos of today again of the stomach. Like I said, just photos of standing front ways, sideways, and back ways. And then I'm also going to show you photos of my brother who lost the same amount of weight, 150 plus pounds, but did it in 5 months. He's the one that does the teaching. Okay, he does that professionally now, makes money doing this. He lost it in 5 months because he exercised. I couldn't exercise or I would have lost it just as fast. But he exercised every day, like 2 hours a day, and lowered that calorie as fast as he could, blah, 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 all the way down, kept lowering the calories, didn't eat hardly, like he pretty much ate zero fat. Okay, because he used his body fat, and I'm going to show you photos of his stomach, of the blubbery roll he had, and how big he was, and then I'm going to show you pictures of him after he had lost all the weight. He's toned and nothing sagging, not one thing. I'm going to show you those photos. Those are just 2 of the many people out there that are doing it. Who's that one that I watch? DeLauer, I can't think of his first name. Another one that's got a great body. I don't know how big he ever was. I'd have to I guess, listen into his story a little bit more, but he does really clean keto and all that. But many people that aren't going to have that loose skin. Maybe he wasn't real big at one time, but I'm talking about people that were big. Me and my brother, we were big people. My brother was over 300 pounds, okay? And then I'm going to show you, like I said, pictures of him. There's going to be different, like, ones that he cropped and put together. You'll see he has this big blubbery roll around his stomach. He actually lifted up his shirt right before he did the diet. He lifted up and showed it. I wish I would have too. God, I wish I would have pulled the pants down and showed you that giant roll I had. It was just yuck. But you can see it through those clothes. It doesn't matter. You can see it through those clothes. But then I'm going to show you that. And I'm going to show you that if you do it the way I'm teaching you, the way my brother teaches, the way my doctors taught me, it don't matter how fast you lose it. Lose it as fast as you want. You want to exercise with it. You want to lose it in 5 months like my brother did. You can. And if you use your fat and hardly eat any fat, and you use your fat and you do intermittent fasting at least 16 hours, try doing OMAD, which is 1 meal a day. Try doing alternate day fasting. If you can incorporate fasting and keto and dropping out that fat, using your body fat because you're in it for weight loss. If you're not doing this for weight loss, okay? I know somebody messaged me yesterday asking, can you do it if you're skinny too? Yes, they have diabetes and they're a type 2 diabetic. I'm going to help her to get on the keto, and I'm going to tell her to eat higher fats. She's going to eat higher fats, but I'm going to eliminate that diabetes for her. I'm going to help her with that. But most people are doing it for weight loss. So if you're doing it for weight loss, do not worry about that loose skin. You are not going to have tons of it. And let's just say you really had bad skin, really bad skin, and you did have some loose skin. You are not going to have it the same way if you do it the way I'm telling you versus the way 99% of people are telling you to do it, to eat lots of fat, okay? They want you to do it the same way these skinny epilepsy kids did it. We are not the same. We are all designed different. Every one of us are designed different. But one thing that we all can do is we all can use our body fat. That we can all do the same. If you have the body fat, use the fat to lose the fat, eat the fat to keep the fat. Which one do you want? So that's all I wanted to go over with you guys, and I just wanted to explain that to you guys. And if I'm living proof, my brother's living proof. We all had the blubbery, and we had that blubbery fat. Like some people are really tight. We had that blubbery fat, that icky blubbery fat, and you see my body. I do not have a lot of loose skin. I have showed you the arms. I got a little bit there, but not a lot. I know my shirt's on, but I've showed you pictures of that. You guys have seen that. I don't have a lot. I just don't. For somebody that lost as much weight, my face was giant. I should have so much. I'll turn sideways and show you. Look, I should have a gobble chin here, something hanging, something. I don't. I just don't, because I used my fat to lose it. And because I did, and I intermittent fasted and did all of that, I don't have a lot of loose skin. And I didn't even work out. I couldn't work out. I had a bad back. I recently started working out, but you guys all seen my body. And actually, since I moved here, what has it been, like 2 months now since I moved in the new house? I haven't worked out at all. I was working out over my brother's house, so I haven't worked out at all. So don't relate it to that right now. Don't say, well, your skin looks great because you've been working out. Because I only did it over at my brother's for about 3 or 4 weeks. I was doing it. I was telling you guys about it, sharing the story with you guys, the walking, the exercise. I did it for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then I stopped and started moving over there, moved over here. So for like 3 months, I haven't worked out at all. Nothing. No working out. Yes, I'm very ashamed. It's too cold outside to go out walking. I'm going to try to incorporate that and add that again. But it's a good thing to show you guys that I didn't do a lot of exercise, didn't do any throughout my journey, and only did about 3 or 4 weeks over at my brother's exercising. That's all I did. Other than that, and I started off really slow, 10-minute walk and a 5-minute working out. I built up to a 40-minute walk by the 3rd week or whatever, and working out about 30 minutes every other day, like 5 days a week or whatever, but it wasn't enough to have toned my body that fast, because you guys seen prior photos and videos of me before I even started working out. So it has nothing to do with that. But if you want to get even tighter, work out, because you'll get even tighter. Work out through the whole journey, because your body will be even tighter. But use the fat to lose the fat. And just, you don't even have to take my word for it. Go in and find videos of people that are very obese and losing weight on ketogenic. And if they do show their stomach or showing that or whatever, look and see. You're going to see that they've got a lot of loose skin hanging everywhere, because they're eating too much fat. They are not these small epilepsy children. They need to understand that they need to use their fat as their high-fat energy source. I hope this was helpful. If you guys need any help, I link my email down below. I'd like to set you up on a plan, go over keto if you need help, or watch these videos, whatever. I'd love to help you. I've helped hundreds have the same success I have hardly no loose, barely any loose skin, nothing. Their bodies are looking great and they love it. So if you need help, right down below is my email. Also, if you're new to my channel, right there is that big red subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell, which is right next to it, so you're notified of all of these uploads so you don't miss them. Share my channel so you can help me grow, so I can help many people get their life back and understand true keto, since I was taught professionally. And definitely, if you enjoyed this video, shoot me a thumbs up, which helps my channel grow as well and makes me smile. Lets me know you guys love these videos. So just real quick, smash that like button for me. Other than that, I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow. If you are doing the keto, be strong for me and stay keto. If you do have to fall off that wagon for tomorrow, which it shouldn't be about that, Thanksgiving should be about being thankful for the things you have. Okay? But if you do got to fall off that train and you are going to eat tomorrow, get right back to it the next day. Get right back on that train. But if you can do it, be tough, be strong. I didn't do it till I hit goal. I didn't have my first Thanksgiving cheat day until I hit goal. And I hear many of you are going to stay keto, and that's awesome. I'm very proud of you. Let's see how many can do it. And definitely you could, if you go there and there isn't a lot there to eat, you can eat the meat and cheese tray. You can eat the veggie trays with dip. You can have the dill dips, the ranch dips. You can have the turkey. Those are things you can have, okay? Bring some things with you. Bring some snacks with you. Bring a Quest cookie. Bring some of those fat bombs that I show you now that they got that new one, that cluster one. Bring those with you. Bring a bag of the Quest chips with you. Things like that, so that you can stay on track. Just stay on track. Don't make it about food, you guys. If you are in weight loss and you just started, man, that could really throw you off and make you want to eat more, because once you have that cheat, it really messes with your head. So if you're just beginning, I recommend you don't cheat, okay? Just don't. I went through 2 Thanksgivings and 2 Christmas, or actually it was 2 of everything, 2 birthdays, 2 Christmases, 2 everything without having any cheat days. I'm over 4 years in now, and I've only had 9 cheat days. 9, you guys, 9. Because I feel like I cheat every day. I eat so good. Look at the recipes I make. So stay strong for me, okay? Be strong. Don't have that cheat, because you hear many people, they cheat and they cheat and they cheat and they cheat and they cheat. And then you just can't get that weight off, okay? Eat to live, not live to eat. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, everybody. God bless all of you. Everybody take care, and I will see each and every one of you in my very next upload. And always remember, everybody, even though it's going to be Thanksgiving tomorrow, always remember what? Always remember to keep it keto. Hi, guys. I was challenged to do the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge for my brother, Dave Snidarich. Thanks a lot. But I want to do this right. So while I'm talking, I'm going to fill this up. This has been in the fridge for 3 days. This water is freezing. I'm going to put my ice in it. See that? Now watch how cold this is going to be when I do this. Now, I feel bad for the people that have ALS, so I just want to feel what they feel. I want to go through what they go through. So that's why I'm letting my ice get cold. Everybody can see it's getting really cold sitting there. Let's see, I'm going to call out my brother Robbie, his wife Casey, and Jessica Wall. And let's go around the world a little bit. I'm going to call out my good friend Rachel from OKC. And I'm also going to call out Donnie, our good friend Donnie Hedges, or however you say your last name, I don't know. But I'm calling you out too. You got to do it too. Phoenix, Arizona, OKC. All right? All right. I don't know, honey. I'm kind of nervous to do this. Kind of nervous, honey.
You're going to be just fine.
Oh, I'm kind of nervous though.
You're not going to feel a thing.
What should I do, count?
Do whatever you feel is the best for you.
All right, guys, you ready for this? I'll show you my stomach. You can see I really don't have a lot on my stomach either. It's got, it's pretty flat. So you can see that when you're doing intermittent fasting and that, I mean, to be 44 years old and to have skin that can be that tight. Yes, I have stretch marks because I had a child and had a heart condition, gained a lot of weight from that heart condition that I didn't know about. So that's why I got a lot of stretch marks there. But anyways, I mean, you can see I don't have a lot of loose skin. I just don't. I mean, all over you can see. I just don't hardly have anything. There's my angel tattoo my brother did. I don't know if you guys ever seen that, my angel wings. And it says angel. But anyways, you can see that I just don't have a lot of loose skin. Like, it just intermittent fasting and keep.
I'll give you something real. Show me what you really feel.